नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम गौरव है। गौरव वैली आरबी मेरा यूट्यूब चैनल है। कृपया सब्सक्राइब करें दोस्तों, ये सब्सक्राइब का बटन दबाएं, साथ में बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें।
Good morning. So the topic which we are going to handle today is what's next after FIPB is abolished, and huge trouble. Don't worry, we have solution for the same. Myself, CS Gaurav Kumar Sharma. My email ID is gauravdaliarabi@gmail.com. My website www.csgauravsharma.com. My mobile number is 9906942230. In case of any query or any contact details or any problem, you can get in touch with me. So let's discuss about the same. The Union Cabinet has laid out the following roadmap for processing FDI application after abolition of the FIPB. A timeline of 4 weeks has been set for the abolition of the FIPB. It's noteworthy that FIPB has stopped considering FDI application file after 31st March 2017 and anticipation of such abolition. The processing, scrutiny and approval of FIPB application will now be handled by the department or the ministry relevant to the particular sector. The Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion will be consulted by the relevant department or ministry while scrutinizing such applications. Or rejection of DI application by the relevant department or ministry shall require concurrence of the DIPP. So DIPP hold the specific powers over the law, or we can say the specific powers for the DIPP in case of abolition of FIPB. So now let's move further without much of a delay. An additional condition imposed by a department ministry pertaining to a particular sector that is not set out in the DI policy will also require concurrence of the DIPP. So DIPP hold the concurrence powers of the same. Proposal for FDI in sensitive sectors will also require separate scrutiny clearances from the Ministry of Home Affairs. So Ministry of Home Affairs also come into the action and become the main primary source of solution bearer or touch bearer in case of any query or sensitive area or sector related issue or proposal. A standard operating procedure will be issued by the DIPP for facilitating the processing of FDI applications. So standard procedure will be enacted further. So this is also the same. The FDI policy will also prescribe fixed timelines for scrutiny and approval of application for FDI foreign direct investment by the relevant department or ministry. The following department ministries will be responsible for granting approval and monitoring FDI in their sector. So now let's talk about which sector is going to be relevanted or must be segmented to the DIPP plus ministry. Retail issues of shares against non-cash consideration proposal for FDI or export oriented units or NRIs related FDI proposal is being handled by DIPP on concurrence powers with Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Other financial services matters will be handled by Department of Economic Affairs and Ministry of Finance. By banking related FDI matters will now be considered by mainly Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance. Civil aviation related matters will be Ministry of Civil Aviation. Brownfield pharmaceutical sector will now be handled through Department of Pharmaceutical, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Manufacturing of small arms now MHA, earlier being defined MHA. Media, Ministry of Home Affairs will only handle this one. So media will now, proposal of FDI will now be handled through Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Mining sector now being looked after by Ministry of Mining for FDI purposes. Defense sector will be Ministry of Defense. Satellite establishment and operations will be now connected to Department of Space. So in case of any satellite establishment FDI proposal, now Department of Space will have a say on to that. 11th point is telecom services. Any proposal related to FDI after the abolition of 31st March 2017 of FDI approval will now handled by Department of Communication and Ministry of Communication for the same. So if you like my video and if it's a solution bearer for your queries or contacts or anything else, you can surely subscribe to my channel, that's gauravdaliarabi@gmail.com, into the YouTube, and also do not forget to subscribe the channel before leaving the channel, and do click the bell button also, and do like the video and share it. And in case of any query, you can get in touch with me. Thank you for listening.